Hello. 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 Hello.
Turn up the music, let's get out on the floor. I like to
Waiting, it's past 11 o'clock and I'm out of time. Getting through the with this machine in motion. The clocks and the walls are numb, and I've been waiting here for so long, so long. Listen, I got a problem, and you're the only one that knows this room has a function. Let's stay here years ahead and live this life without you instead. Listen, I'm in the sound with the machine in motion. The clocks and the walls are numb, and I've been waiting so long, so long.
Welcome to Sweden and welcome to Jönköping, the home of esports. We are live here in the studio at the DreamHack SteelSeries Counter-Strike Go Championship. This tournament is held as part of the DreamHack Winter Festival, where 25,000 people have been coming through these halls over the past 3 days, and a lot of them are here to enjoy the biggest tournament in Counter-Strike Go history. We also have the biggest match in history of Counter-Strike coming up in just a short while. I'm BSL from the block. With me, Sir Scoots and Thorin, and we're going to talk a little bit about this tournament where 16 teams have been chasing a $100,000 payday for the past days. Scoots, how we're looking on that?
Well, let's break it down as we always do. We start with $250,000. And before we get to who's already won what and who's about to win some money, how'd we get $250,000, BSL, you ask? The fans of Counter-Strike Go and Valve have contributed this prize purse. When I say fans, much like the Dota community and the stuff they're doing there with crowdfunding and helping teams, Valve has implemented esports cases. So you can play the game as you're randomly playing. Box can drop. You then spend a couple bucks on a key, an esports key for that box. That money goes into a kitty, and Valve throughout the year will distribute that to the big major companies to host tournaments just like this. So very, very much fan-supported in a very financially strong way.
Has that ever happened before?
Not in this game. Again, it's starting to happen in Dota. We're seeing them double tournament prize purses by fans only. It's crazy stuff. So the fans obviously really care. So we got $250,000. Sitting at the very top right now, obviously we have NiP and Fnatic, and one of them is going to get 100 grand for first place. Second one's going home with terrible $50,000, right? Then from there, we've already got two other teams that have earned $22K, and obviously that's Complexity and
Very Games?
Very Games. I keep thinking they might have men here tonight.
Okay.
So Very Games. Then 5 through 8, a couple teams get 10K. LGB, Recursive, Astana Dragons, and Complexity Wolves. And then rounding out 9 through 16, $2,000 for all of those teams as well. So huge prize purse, obviously the biggest in Counter-Strike history, and hopefully just the start of what it can be in Counter-Strike Go.
I'm going to tell you a short little story here. This morning when I was going from my hotel and over to the arena here, I saw a 9-year-old kid checking in with his dad. And as they were checking in, the person at the front of the hotel was asking, so what are you doing in town, etc. And the dad said, well, we're here for DreamHack because this little guy is going here to watch some games and sort of meet his heroes. And as I was coming down from the Dream Arena here, there was a line, 250 meters long, of people trying to get in there, which is the arena, obviously, for Fnatic versus NiP. And I'm being told right now that we have Semler standing by up there in the DreamHack arena. Semler, can you hear us? How are things up there?
I can't. I can't hear Semler.
I can't hear shit.
We
Just let him do his thing. Ask him to tell me when he throws. How do they figure into this whole affair?
Okay, so Epsilon is the old name before this team joined Fnatic. The thing is, basically, 9 of the 10 players you're going to see in this final played in the DreamHack Summer Final. Everyone except for Pronax. So we had the team Epsilon, basically think of them as Fnatic now. They played at DreamHack there was 2 tournaments, okay. They had the Swedish Masters Cup first, only Swedish teams, and they've played to the final of that. It was Epsilon versus NiP. Now, in that final, people were like, whoa, Epsilon. They won the first map. Second map, they pushed him a little bit. Then NiP just took the third map with ease. So NiP had held it off there. Well, then in the main tournament, again, people are thinking, oh, is it going to be Copenhagen Wolves? Very good. No. Epsilon make it to the final of that again. So now you're thinking, oh, this time there'll be more of a challenge? No, NiP just crushes them that time. So I'm afraid it's going to be in the back of these Fnatic players' minds, like, oh, the first time we played them, we sort of got them, but they crush us after that.
But what happened since that match? What has happened in that Epsilon team turned into Fnatic? They added a component.
Yeah, exactly. When they became Fnatic, then they started testing different players out, because now you have the option to upgrade. Initially, they thought the option to get better was get a star player. So they brought in Modi, I've called him a bunch of times, the best Swedish player outside of NiP. So it makes sense, that's the acquisition you're going to try. It actually turned out to make them worse, believe it or not. For some reason, it threw everything off. Instead, what they actually needed was real leadership. And again, that's hard to find. They're kind of worth their weight in gold at real in-game leaders. And so they managed to find Pronax, actually, who'd been idling out in another team. They bring him in, and he's turned the ship around here. He's put everyone in their right place, and now, 6 months later, they're doing the same run again. They've reached the final, except this time it's the big final. And this time they need to make things different, because if things go like that again and NiP crushes them, then you're going to be wondering, what do they do now? Yeah, this is their time. They have to strike now. We already know what NiP's going to do.
Yeah.
Part of the fun about Counter-Strike Go, Scoots, for a guy like you who's been here for a long time, is all the ties back to Counter-Strike Beta 5.2 if you want.